Indian Staircase. A ton of exposure here. Adena Arch. Cloud splitter. I'm just moving it up trail. This is a way better spot. Heather's Choice grass-fed beef. Wow. This is one of the most cool views in Red River Gorge that I've ever seen. Well, welcome back to the channel, guys. If you are new here, my name is Jamie McCracken. Really appreciate you joining me on this new adventure. And today I'm in Red River Gorge here in the state of Kentucky. I'm at the YouTubers Meetup and super excited to be here. It's going to be an unconventional backpacking trip. It's just a weekend trip. So I'm here just for a couple of nights, but I will get to meet several YouTubers and podcasters that I've listened to and watched through the last couple of years. I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be kind of an unconventional trip because I don't have an actual route planned. I'm just going to go with the flow. I do know that I'm headed up to Indian Staircase. I'm taking the hardest route up there, which I'm going straight up Indian Staircase. Super excited about that because a couple of years ago when I was here, I did not backpack this area. I was over toward Gray's Arch. So I'm a little deeper in this time. I'm really looking forward to it because we're gonna be camping on top of Indian Staircase all weekend and hanging out. And who knows what we'll get into. We'll probably see a couple of arches. Of course, that's what Red River Gorge is pretty famous for. And out here in the Daniel Boone National Forest. All right, let's get to hiking. Let's get to backpacking. I only have like a mile and a half to get up there. Quick note on the parking situation. Today I had to park at the Glady Visitor Center because the Bison Way trailhead where this trail starts, all 8 parking spots, I think there's like 8, there may only be like 6. They're all completely full. I'm here on a weekend, so I figured that would be the case. But Glady Visitor Center was just like 0.2 miles up the road, so not much of a road walk, across the bridge and got up on the trailhead. So just a note if you're coming out here, especially on a weekend, especially in the fall when the leaves are, well, they're not starting to change just yet, but it is perfect hiking weather. We're talking 68, no humidity. All right, I made it to a little trail junction up here. I can turn right, and that will take me out to Corner Ridge, but I am going to take the left and continue up on the Sheltoe Trace. Beautiful section of trail here, and really enjoying the climb so far. All right, I believe I've hit the spot where I'm going to be climbing up Indian Staircase. Right now it doesn't look like much. Indian Staircase is actually a rock formation, but if I continue straight, that's the bypass. You can continue on the Sheltoe Trace, but we are headed to the right here, and we're gonna go straight up until we hit Indian Staircase. This is the Indian Staircase Trail, although there wasn't any kind of marking back there saying that, but that is what my downloaded offline map says, so it definitely looks like a trail here. But we're going to be just climbing up a rock face, and I'm super pumped. I've got a light pack for this trip, so not too worried about that. I'm probably only carrying like 18 or 20 pounds, and that's with 2 liters of water, so we're doing pretty good. We'll let the climbing begin. I'm pretty sure this is the way to go up because the trails to my right and left look a little faint. So My offline map is basically saying go straight up. So I think this is where we're going. All right, let's see how this goes. We should be above the trees here in a little bit and be able to just climb up like an actual rock face, but this is just going up like a valley or something. All right. Whew. All right, one of the things I'm gonna do is put my trekking poles in my pack because I'm gonna need both hands. These trekking poles do no good. I got good grip though. I've got the Hoka Speed Goat 6s on, so good grip. I've only got a couple of 100 miles on these things, so they're still good to go. And yeah, let's break these down and then we'll climb up Indian Staircase. This is going to remind me of Canyonlands out in Utah that I did earlier this year. Just scrambling around on the rock. Super grippy. Oh my goodness. All right, it's just a choose your own adventure. Whew. All right. All right, a ton of exposure here. So this is, you got the little kind of like the staircase, right? Indian Staircase, just on this slab of rock. Here we go. I have made it up Indian Staircase. Woo! That reminded me so much of Canyonlands. You know, earlier this year I did like a 30-mile backpacking loop over in Canyonlands National Park in Utah. And just a lot more route finding, and I did that, I mean, all day long, just scrambling up and over canyons. So that was a lot of fun. I wish it was longer, actually. It was a lot of fun, and my heart's a going now. We're up Indian Staircase. By the way, beautiful views, which we're gonna have this all weekend long. No rain in the forecast. Didn't even bring my rain gear. Probably a dumb thing, but I don't think we're gonna get any rain. Now I just gotta find the guys. They're somewhere up here on the ridge top, and we'll get to meet not just the guys, the girls, all the people. And keep in mind, you can camp anywhere in the Daniel Boone National Forest as long as you're 300 feet away from any trail or road. So you'll see random fire spots pop up here and there. But now I just got to find the guys. I think I hear people talking over to the left, so that's where I'm going to go. I'm assuming that's where they're at. I've got a downloaded offline map, so we'll be okay if we get mixed around up here, but I think they're over to the left. All right, I met a lot of people over at camp just above Indian Staircase, and I have walked up the trail up here to find an amazing camp spot for tonight. Now, of course, you can wild camp out here. That's what everybody's doing over there. It's just, there's not a ton of space. I mean, we're talking, there's already probably 15 hammocks up, probably 10 tents. So just about a quarter mile up trail, I have found my tent spot for the night. Now I've got to go back and get my pack, but this is just right off the Indian Staircase trail. Back there was Indian Staircase, and I just came up. Got a little fire pit over here. So I have my Helinox Chair Zero set by the fire pit, so I've got my spot for tonight to hang out. But I'm gonna go get my pack and we're gonna set up camp back in here. It's gonna be perfect. All right, I had already set up my tent. So I'm just moving it up trail because this is a way better spot up here. And I didn't want to break down my tent. I told one of the guys they could follow me back up in here because there is a great spot for a hammock too. I mean, this is just perfect. Hopefully we get no holes in the tent and make it there safely. We're almost there. it is a lot flatter than it was over there. I was dealing with like a lot of roots and just kind of uneven ground because all the good spots were taken already. So check it out though. I mean, this is epic and perfect. Love it so much. Gotta watch for the acorns. They are falling and this could hit your head and hurt pretty bad. But I think one of the guys is gonna come up here and check out this spot for a hammock. I told him I wouldn't mind at all if there's a neighbor or anything like that. This is a great spot. Probably set up a couple tents back up in here, right off the Indian staircase trail. So, all right, I'm gonna finish setting up tent. There's a lot of gnats out because it's the warmest part of the day, but it is going to get down in the like mid 40s tonight. So, all right, let's set up the rest of camp. Got camp all set up for the evening and the weekend. I'll give you a 360 view. It's the same setup that I've had for the last several years and 700 or 800 miles of backpacking. It is the Nemo Hornet Osmo 2-person tent. Osmo is the special material that Nemo makes. I've got the rainfly on here as well. Over there is the Indian staircase trail. Over to the right, back over in there is where main camp is, where everybody, all the YouTubers and podcasts and all that stuff, they're back up in there. So we'll set up the fireplace tonight. And then let me take you inside the tent. I've got one new piece of gear. If you have not seen the last couple of backpacking videos that I've done in the Smokies, it looks like this. I'm just gonna undo it. Let me get the bugs in here. Take you inside the tent. So this is my Nemo Disco 30-degree down bag. I've had that for the last couple of years. And of course I have my Nemo Pillow. And now I have the Nemo Tensor Extreme. This thing is super warm. I love the baffling system. Really, it's overkill for this type of trip because it is still, I mean, it's like 70 degrees and you know, there's no humidity and it'll drop down to the 40s tonight. So that'll be nice and warm and toasty in there. But I used to have the Quasar and I just really enjoy the baffling system. It is, man, it's just so much more comfortable. So super happy with that. It's a $200 plus sleeping pad, and I got the regular wide, so I didn't get the long this time, so I got a little bit more foot room in there if you haven't seen the new setup. But there it is. That's camp for the week here at Red River Gorge in Kentucky. All right, guys, the group has decided we're gonna come out here for the evening and walk around the cliffs. And right here is our first arch of the trip. This is Shawnee Arch. It's a small little thing, but really cool. And of course the views, the sunset, it's gonna be epic tonight. It's about an hour and a half away. Some of the group is over here to the left, but this is Shawnee Arch. All right, making my way back up to camp. We had a great evening out right above the Indian staircase, just watching the sunset go down and chat. Everybody is so nice here. I was so happy to meet backpacking with Jason, one of the guys who I followed for, I don't know, several years now. So we've been chatting and just meeting a lot of new people. I'm having an absolute blast. Headed over to camp now. I think we're gonna get the fire going and eat food and all that good stuff, but it has just been an awesome day one out here in the gorge.
I really like to do it.
I'll get all my day bags.
All right, we're at camp. Tonight I'm eating Heather's Choice grass-fed beef shepherd's pie, one of my favorite meals. I also got a side of marinated artichokes. And we're all just sitting by the fire right now. Everybody's making their meals, having a good time. Good morning. Had a great night's rest. Stayed up pretty late last night around the campfire with everybody. It was like midnight, but it is now 9 a.m. Looks like it's going to be another beautiful day out here in the Red River Gorge. I think I'm going to do some solo hiking today. I think they're going to do a group hike, but I think I'm going to do my own little exploring, at least for a little bit today. And but first, I need some food. For many of you watching this video, this will not be anything new to you. I'm having my oats in the morning with my dried bananas, roasted sea salt almonds, and some Primal Kitchen chocolate collagen. I also have some other powder supplements in here, L-arginine and some other things for, it's just great for endurance athletes. I run a lot, I backpack a lot, so I always put that in my oats. And this is my routine at home, so I don't really change it on trail. This is like my go-to. I just put some cold water in there, or water in general. I don't heat anything up or cook it, and I love it like that. So it's a good way to start my morning. All right, guys, a very general paper map here, but I did want to show you the location of where I'm at. So if you come up here to the north, I came up the Bison Way Trailhead. This is Indian Staircase, so I'm camped right here. And I think the plan for today is to do some solo hiking just in this general area. Now, you're not going to see this listed on this map because, again, it's just kind of a big picture map, but I'm going to go see Adena Arch and Indian Arch, hopefully, as well as a couple of other things. I think I'm just going to solo hike around this area today, and that's going to be the plan. First, I'm going to go over and check in with everybody at camp, say good morning to them. And yeah, I need to pick up the more detailed map down. This is just a free one that they give at the Glady Visitor Center, but they have like a $18 really detailed paper map that has all the trails and backpacking, all that good stuff. Now down here a couple years ago, of course, I did the Rough Ridge Trail, Gray's Arch, Buck Trail, and connected the Sheltoe Trace and Rough Trail. Did a big loop down in this section a couple of years ago. I'll put that video up in the top right now, so if you want to check that one out. But yep, that's the plan. We're going to stay right in this section here and roam around and see what we can find. All right, I am up and out of camp. Checked in with the crew, the squad this morning. Everybody's having breakfast. They got a fire started and all that good stuff. But it is 11 o'clock a.m. A lot of people thought I had just taken off this morning and started hiking, 20 miles. They were like, "Oh, Jamie's probably going 20 miles," because they know I'm very, very active. And last night was a lot of fun though. We hung out till like midnight, so I'm ready to hit the trail again. This morning, we're gonna do a little solo hiking, as I mentioned. They're actually gonna do some of the same things. We might meet up later at Adena Arch or Cloud Splitter, which is another thing I'm gonna do. But for now, I'm going back down Indian Staircase to connect over to the Sheltoe Trace Trail. That's gonna be the first thing today, and I also need to get water. So my pack is super light. I'm probably only carrying like 4 pounds because I left most of my stuff up at camp. I just got my electronics and 2 empty water bottles and my filter and stuff. So yeah, light pack as we head back down Indian Staircase for some solo day hiking here at the Red River Gorge. Beautiful morning, especially when that fog came up this morning for sunrise. Very nice. Got some people coming up Indian Staircase right now. Made it down from the staircase. There's 4 people, a group of 4 coming up, and it's always fun to watch people. They're a little on edge, but they all made it safely, it looked like, and I assured them, I was like, it's not as bad as it looks. Oh, I'm already getting warm. I'm gonna take off my alpaca hoodie and these pants. It is a beautiful day though. Just like yesterday, it looks like it's going to be just perfect. Low 70s and no humidity. just like that, we're back on trail. One thing I would highly recommend, whether you're going up Indian Staircase or down Indian Staircase, put the trekking poles in the bag or the camera, unless you're comfortable carrying it in some sections, because you're going to want all fours. You're going to want your hands, even if you have grippy feet, because you're in such a slope that you could tilt back, you could fall over, things like that. I saw a girl going up with the trekking pole. She really was only working with one hand. She was like, had 3 fingers because she was carrying her trekking pole. So that's not to critique anybody. It's just, it would make the trek just a little bit easier up the staircase. So keep that in mind. Trekking poles aren't going to do you much of anything going up or down it. An update from trail or the road. I am road walking, and that is because when I came off of Indian Staircase, I decided to go back over to the Glady Visitor Center. It's only a 1.5 miles from where we're camping up top there. I got a really nice, one of those really nice detailed paper maps, which I'm super excited to look at and dig through. I like to collect those kind of wherever I go backpacking. So bought one of those, 18 bucks. And now I'm headed, I've got a bit of a road walk because I'm going to connect over by the suspension bridge over by Sheltowee Trace and then make my way back up. We'll get to see Cloud Splitter, Adena Arch, a couple of other things, hopefully Indian Arch as well today. And let the car go by. So instead of getting back on trail right here, we are at the Bison Way trailhead. This is where I made my way up. I'm going to continue road walking. I think I've got like a 2 or 3 mile road walk to get over to the suspension bridge where I want to be. And the suspension bridge, I guess, has not been fixed for quite some time, so it is down, which kind of stinks. But I'm not going to go across it. I'm actually going to turn right, and then we'll hop on trail, and we'll make our way back up to camp eventually. But it's going to take us through a lot of cool areas here at Red River Gorge. Just off the road, I have made it over to the Sheltowee Trace, the National Recreational Trail. That is a long trail. I'm actually going to turn left. I want to go see the suspension bridge that I know has not been repaired, but when we come back, we'll cross the road and I'll actually be turning, you know, what is my right now and go on the Sheltowee Trace. But let's go to the left, check out the suspension bridge, and then we'll continue on the trek today. I made it underneath the bridge, and as you can see, the suspension bridge is just completely wiped out. This has been like this for a few years now. I know a lot of people who come here a lot, like Backpacking with Jason, Jeremiah Stringer, some of these guys that I'm with this weekend, you know, they're like, man, they should just, you know, fix this thing for once. I mean, it's one of the icons of this area, but I'm sure it costs a lot of money to fix this. So that kind of stinks. So if you are doing the Sheltowee Trace through hike, usually the river is, you know, flowing a lot more, but this would be a pretty easy water crossing down there because the water's low. It's mid-October, it's been pretty dry, so you get across it, climb back up, and continue on the Sheltowee Trace, which is fine. But when the water's up, it would be a pretty rough stream crossing for sure, because this definitely gets going. You can see down there some of the debris and the stuff that has come through the river. But all right, I'm gonna make my way back up top. We'll cross the road and continue on the Sheltowee Trace, and we'll get to see things that are not broken. Made it to the first point of interest today. This is the Sheltowee Wall. Kind of hard to see with the leaves still being on the tree. I'll zoom in a little bit, but it's a pretty big rock formation that kind of goes pretty wide. And wow, really pretty. I know the camera's probably not doing it justice, but let me walk a little further down here. I don't know if you're gonna get a better view, but this is the Sheltowee Wall. Right to my left. Now we're getting a little better views. Pretty cool. Once I crossed the road back there to continue on the Sheltowee Trace, it took me about 3/4 of a mile to get to the Sheltowee Wall. And now we're going to continue on the Sheltowee Trace after I get over this big log blowdown. Made it to the turn point to go up to Cloud Splitter. I'm going to be turning left here. Just a little out and back to get up there, and then I'll come back down and continue on the Sheltowee Trace. But first, our next point of interest is Cloud Splitter. It's kind of like Indian Staircase. I don't think I should be carrying my trekking poles. And you're going to hear people up here because it's a weekend and there's people out and about. This is a heck of a climb up to Cloud Splitter. I'm just putting my stuff down here.
Yeah.
That's honestly more sketchy on the rope.
Wow, I like that.
Do it for this.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a one and two.
Woo! Cloud Splitter. All the views up here are beautiful. Wow. This is one of the most cool views in Red River Gorge that I've ever seen. Incredible. Wow. Looks like some people have camped up here. A little bit further down, I came all the way out. A lot of people over here at the lookout. Well worth the climb.
Yeah, one of our friends. Oh, I don't want to be in it.
Well, that was a beautiful spot up at Cloud Splitter. I'm headed back down off of the massive boulders up here. A lot of fun. Definitely the highlight of the trip so far that doesn't involve all the humans that I'm with at camp. But as far as scenery goes, this is now officially maybe my favorite spot over Gray's Arch, which I saw a couple of years ago during my backpacking trip out here. This is amazing. This is like, I mean, you cannot get better views than this in the gorge. My goodness. Made it down from Cloud Splitter, and I'm going to be turning left here on the Sheltowee Trail and continue on the trek. I believe the next point of interest is Adena Arch. Looks like we've got a reroute here. We've got a massive blowdown, like 3 or 4 different trees over there. So we'll turn left here. Obviously, trail maintenance has not been out in this section as we make our way out to Adena Arch and Indian Arch. That is a big old tree. Looks like, yeah, nice little workaround here as we go around it. Don't have to climb through that mess. Wow, that is it's a monster. I've made it over to a split where we could go left out to Indian Arch, which is what we're going to do here in a little bit. But first I'm going to make the right and go out to Adena Arch. I'm not sure if we're on top of Adena Arch because we're on the cliffs now, but we shall see when we get out here. Then we will head back that way to continue on I believe it's the Sheltowee Trace. If not, it's the Indian Staircase Trail, the alt route. And we're going to go up and see Indian Arch. I'm afraid we're going to be on top of Adena Arch because we are up on the ridge here, so I don't even know if we're going to be able to see the arch. A little snack on the go. Chomps grass-fed, grass-finished beef stick. One of my favorites, along with the honey stinger. I love a little bit of honey. Really good. All right. Adina Arch. Wow. This one's really cool. Wow. I gotta take you guys, you gotta come in here. Look at this. This is one of the smaller arches. Let me get my tripod down a little bit. I'll bring you inside the arch. Big drop off here, so we're not gonna get too close, but it's like a medium-sized arch, but whew. It's probably about 500 or 600 feet down. Here you go. That is cool. Back up again to give you another look at it. Right back at the trail junction. Earlier I came off of the Sheltoe Trace to get out to Adina Arch. We have a couple people going out there now. I just passed, but now back on the trace, Sheltoe Trace. And headed down, I think we're gonna see Indian Arch soon. That's the next point of interest before we get up back to Indian Staircase to climb back up to camp. Let's see here. It's 3:42 p.m. So we've been at it all day, 4 or 5 hours. But man, it's been fun. A lot of fun. Oh, I see Indian Arch right here. Really cool. There's some people up here. You gotta check it out. That's pretty cool. I like that arch. It was really fun. Well guys, I've caught up with the crew, or most of them, or half of them, something like that. They're all behind me right here. We got Joey behind me, Jeremiah, the whole crew. Not the whole crew, but half of them. Now we're making our way back up the Indian Staircase, eventually. My poor man's got like 90 pounds of liquids in his shadow light backpack, but we're gonna make it. We're doing some kind of a shortcut or something that Jason recommended, I guess, but sunset is going to be in about probably 45 minutes or so, hour, so it'd be really nice to get up there and eat dinner at camp and all that good stuff. We'll see you guys at camp. I'm leading the way.
Lead the way.
All right, guys. I'm at camp.
Like 22
Only about half the group is here. The others are over at the point watching sunset, but I am eating this bare bones bone broth. Just as a starter. This is my appetizer. I already burnt my tongue. It's pretty good. It just looks like your typical bone broth.
Yeah.
It's got like a tomato paste or tomato powder and stuff, so it's got some different spices. Really
I
good.
usually just put the little one in the freezer.
I gotta figure out my backpacking meal I'm gonna eat though. I've got multiple choices.
What's going on?
So I got no problems with that.
I'm signing Backpacking with Jason's little floor mat over here. Jason.
Yes, if you go backpacking with me, I like to get people to sign it. If you camp with me, it gives me a little thing to remember. And if you can, maybe put a little date on it, like 2025, whatever.
Jason, you're the reason why I even came to this meetup. I want you to know that.
Man,
I know that makes him, he's got a big head, you know, other Jason, but.
that makes me feel good.
Yeah, and we get to see the mug now. Look how beautiful he is. 12?
So, it was a while back, maybe a year or two ago, but I seen him mention on Instagram.
You did it?
Well, hey guys, fast forward to 11 o'clock p.m. and I've already eaten dinner. I hung out at camp and now I'm in my tent calling it a night. Tons of them are still over there partying and everything else. I didn't even show you what I had to eat. I had a Wild Zora quinoa beef, or fiesta beef, which has some quinoa in it. It was really good. After my bone broth, I also had like a dark chocolate bar and all kinds of goodies. We just went over there sharing stories, laughing once again. I feel bad because I didn't really get to show you all the characters I got to hang out with this weekend, but it's been a lot of fun. This is my last night. I'm going to organize my tent a little bit, get some things ready for tomorrow morning, maybe read a little bit, and then I'm calling it a night. I got to get my contacts out and I'm going to sleep. I'm going to plan to get up somewhat early to break down camp and head out because I've got about a 4.5 to 5 hour drive back to Nashville, Tennessee. But I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video so far, and I'll see you in the morning. And hopefully we get a good night's rest back here, tucked back in here once again. I'm at the same camp. By the way, I didn't break down my tent or anything like that today. I ended up doing, shoot, I forgot. I think I did 13.5 miles today, day hiking. I didn't go over the stats or anything with you guys, but 13.5 miles and met back up here and had a great time this evening eating dinner and hanging out with all the people from all over, pretty much the east, I would say. There's nobody from the west coast, but a lot of fun with these guys, and I enjoyed it. So, all right, I'll see you in the morning. It's been fun.
Within a couple few hours.
Yeah, I'm heading out. It's been good.
Always, man.
It was great to meet you, dude.
you, man.
Absolutely. I'm very thankful I got to meet you.
Right back at you.
Star of Hilltop
see you
Packs,
again.
not Ben McMillan. It's Buckley.
Maybe.
Woodall Trails. It was great to meet you, man.
Me too, man.
Did you have fun?
Oh yeah.
The hair got more bushier and bushier as the week went by.
I turned into a werewolf over the weekend.
Yeah. All right, Aaron. It's been a good time, man.
Absolutely.
Good to meet you. I think kind of like Jonathan, the beard got bushier and bushier as the week went by.
It does it, yeah. It's a lack of a brush for the weekend.
I love it. Well, it's good to meet you, seriously.
You
It's
too.
Big time. Well, good morning, guys. I am up and at it. Broke down camp, said bye to a lot of the guys, and I'm headed down Indian Staircase now. So we got about 1.5 miles back to the car, and that's going to be it for this trip. Man, I had so much fun meeting so many new people on this trip and enjoying the Red River Gorge. And how about this sunrise with the fog coming up over the mountains? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I've made it back down off of Indian Staircase and back down off the mountain here at Red River Gorge. A beautiful weekend at the Kentucky YouTube meetup. I had so much fun over the last 3 days. Did a lot of hiking. I'm not going to put up final stats like I usually do because it's not a typical route or anything like that. Just wanted to say I had a ton of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and like it. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed and you do enjoy this content, because I only want people here who are actually going to watch the videos. And then if you're an ultra supporter, of course I have memberships. You can join at 3 different tiers. I have like an associate producer level, a producer level, an executive producer level, and all of that money, I promise you, goes into making content, making videos like this, so I can have the camera, the gear, the ability to travel to these places. But yeah, I'm headed off to the Smokies in a couple of weeks to do a 3-night, 4-day backpacking adventure, so we'll get back to the normal content. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next video.